Here we have my setup for my eutrophication lab, part of water pollution, environmental science, and this is for my juniors and seniors in high school as an upperclassman elective. Now this is a great lab, simple to set up and simple to analyze and observe. But what happens when you add excess nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium into a body of water like a river or a lake, and we have some tap water as a control and comparison, and we have our nutrients right here to add in, 4 or 5 drops into each cup, and then we can analyze any growth through a microscope, and we can also explain the chemistry that is ongoing within this ecosystem when you do add excess nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and any difference between river water, lake water, and tap water, which is our control. Once I had set up the eutrophication lab, I put the samples on the windowsill to be exposed to the sunlight over about 7 to 8 days, and came back and kind of analyzed the results or any changes that might have occurred in the 3 different samples. So in terms of the tap water, which was basically added with the nitrogen and phosphorus, there was very little changes, very little change of color or any kind of sign of any algae growth or eutrophication. The river was a little different. It was definitely discolored. It was more yellow in terms of the change of color, and there was, under the microscope, definitely some eutrophication and algae growth. The lake, which I thought would be the most eutrophic and had the most change in terms of color, wasn't. So perhaps it was the location of the river water versus lake water, the certain lake, the depth, the time of year I took the samples. So this can add to more analysis and more questions of why the river water, which is generally less eutrophic because it's flowing, versus the lake water, and why these results were occurring.